So two strategies we're going to discuss in lengthy details, and I'm going to sort of draw them out for you on the blackboard and explain the pinch points, the trigger points, the initiative points, the responsive points. Those two examples will include firstly a breakout of a bracket or a triple inside day or an inside day. So we're going to talk about how we can take advantage of moving from a bracketing market to a trending market. The second example then is we're going to talk about a trend V reversal. So remember, we had three sort of reversal type plays. One was a loss of momentum, one was an excessive high, and one was an extreme excessive high, high or low. And so we're going to look at the third example, because this is the one that has got the easiest trade strategy to develop because we're getting that initiative type price response. Now, before we go into those examples, there are a few key, sort of principles that you need to think about, not just when you're developing your own strategies, but whilst I'm showing you these trade strategies. So these three key principles are as follows. The best trades often fly in the face of the most recent market activity. So what do we mean by that? You remember what I said to you in earlier slides, how if something's very obvious, if there's a lot of information that is obviously available to the market, then sometimes the best thing to do is actually what everyone else isn't doing. So that's what we're trying to say here, and that's why V reversals work so well, because everyone is caught still trying to sort of go with the prevailing trend, and what they're actually sort of forgetting is that we've got a very strong objective clue in the market that trend has now come to an end. So sometimes the best trades to do are the ones that go against the most recent market activity. Now, I'm not saying you should be fading every kind of move. What I am saying is when there's enough objectivity in the market, enough early clues, that is when you want to go against the most recent market activity. Our second key principle, never lose sight of the big picture. Never lose sight of what the underlying trend is. Are we bracketing? Are we trending? Whenever you develop a strategy, make sure you keep in mind the big picture. And then lastly, the more confirmation in a market, in other words, the more confirmation you wait for, or the more confirmation the market is giving you, the reduced probability of success, or the reduced probability of positive outcomes. So important you understand that the more obvious, the less likely you are going to have a big winner. Why? Because it's very obvious, not just to yourself, but to everyone else. Let's now turn our attention to the blackboard and let's go over these two trade strategies, and I can show you where some of the interaction is, the trigger points, and how you would take advantage of these two basic strategies.